Hello, technicians. I just wanted to make a quick addendum to my last video, the Life Safety 101 video. Something I didn't mention in there was four-wire detectors, and you really don't see them so much anymore unless they're duct detectors or conventional beam detectors. A lot of your duct detectors are run off of the AC from your HVAC units, heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. Basically, you do have two relays in there, one for alarm, one for trouble. And it's basically always do your alarm circuit first and then come over and do your trouble circuit. You don't see too many four-wire smokes out there anymore, but I just wanted to let you know that when you're doing four-wire smokes, and even when you're doing duct detectors that have DC power coming from your fire alarm control panel, you need to make sure that that power is supervised. Now, with duct detectors, not so much of a deal because you've got separate relays inside. The problem with duct detectors, if you're doing more than one duct detector on one circuit, you have to be careful to go through twice, which is a real pain, but it's a must because you have to go through your alarm contacts first and turn around and come through your trouble contacts. If you're using power from your fire alarm panel and you're using more than one circuit. If you're using more than one circuit, you're fine if it's one circuit per duct detector. If you're using more than one device, you're using 2, 3, 4 duct detectors, you got to do it a certain way. And it's all about supervision, and it's all about the priority of a fire alarm circuit or relay. So anyway, when you're doing a four-wire circuit, you need to make sure that you supervise your power. So if you've got a four-wire smoke detectors from the old days, and like I said, you don't see too many of these because a lot of your 2 wires you can do a relay on, because in some situations, especially if it's a conventional panel, you're actually using these relays to control sometimes nurse care lights to show a smoke detector went off in a patient room, or you have a smoke detector that's being utilized to trigger a elevator capture or something else. But with a four-wire detector, you're actually going to have 2 circuits. You're going to have the initiating circuit, which is going to come out, and you're going to have your end-of-line resistor. But you're also going to have your power connection. And it's also going to go around through all your devices. That's going to come to an end-of-line relay. Now, the end-of-line relay is not just any relay. It has to be UL listed for what you're using it for. So it has to be a UL FM approved end-of-line relay. Reason behind this is you've got all these smokes. You got 4 wires coming in them. You got to keep your series parallel connection here, no T-tapping. When you get to your end device, you have to make sure that you use an approved end-of-line relay, which is going to be cross-circuited to the end, and make sure that when you do the circuitry here, it's after And if there's another smoke like right here, let's say this is all in a smoke, which usually it is, or above a smoke. Make sure that that trouble relay off of that end of line relay is wired after the alarm contact. Not before, after. Like I said, you won't see too many of these 4-wire circuits anymore. It's almost exclusively 2-wire. You can still buy 4-wire because, of course, there's a lot of old systems out there, a lot of old conventional systems that still use the 2-wire detectors. Duct detectors, there are intelligent duct detectors, there are intelligent beam detectors, but there are a lot of older systems that are still using conventional beam and duct detectors on addressable and conventional systems. So just be aware that unless there's some kind of online relay like on duct detectors, that's going to show you trouble on a power failure, you need to supervise it, especially with 4-wire smokes. You have to supervise it with that end-of-line relay. So, sorry I missed that in my other video. I just wanted to make that addition to that video. Again, thank you for watching. Apologize for missing that. And like, share these videos for me. I'd appreciate it. Give me some input on what you'd like to see. And again, I'm going to go through the N2 Neuron Curion meter in my next video. Thanks.